50. And that heart is absolutely ugly. We're still going to bet though. And we win. There's no way he calls that without being ahead of us. So he had pocket queens. Look at that. He actually raised us with a good hand there. It's probably the first time he's done that too, and he didn't protect his hand enough. Thank you for doing that, Mr. Jumelano. I can never say his name right. That's pathetic. Let's see, we got Mr. Bobo Loco over here playing a hand with just I saw him, and he loses to ace high. They check the river, but I'm assuming he had some kind of draw there. That was a hard draw and a straight draw he could have had. So I didn't watch the whole hand, just saw it from the turn or the flop on. King Jack is good. And he had 10-4, playing 10-4 from the small blind, probably against a raise 2 pre-flop. I'm going to check fold the 4-3 here. Looks like we're going to get to see a flop though, so that's nice. We brick it. Now say we went check here and I had 4-3 of spades and then the 5 of spades turned. And then I checked and someone bet. I would honestly raise the living crap out of them because I don't think middle position or late position would ever check a king there. So I can probably make them fold a 7. And the best part is if they're playing something like 7-6, so say it goes to 5 of spades, we have 4-3 spades, not offsuit. It goes 5 of spades, we check, he bets, he folds, I raise, and then he just calls, and then the river is a 6. I'm going to take all of his money there. And if the river's a blank, we can still bet if we feel like that he does just have the 7. And probably take it down there a lot of the time, but unless someone slow played a set there or 2 pair, I think we win that hand if that's the way the situation it came out. Pocket 7's on the button, no limit with pocket 7s. We're gonna call the 500 for once and see what Crazy Face does. Oh, we're gonna fold now. They're at 3,600 from someone who has played 26 hands. Oh, we got called. Jack 6 versus Ace Jack. And look at that flop. That sucks. We would have took a lot of money off him. Dang. Pocket 7s was good there. He's played 26 hands and he's only put in money 8% of the time. And he shoves 36. That's pretty easy fold. It's unfortunate because we would have probably made at least like 1,500 off of him because that turn card was perfect. It gave him an open-ended straight and everything. Yep. That's unfortunate. The one really conservative guy actually had decided to make a stand versus our crazy chip leader, who's called 2 all-ins now with Jack 6 suited and won 1 and lost 1 now. And see, that simple min raise by Ducko there pretty much just told him that Jumelano does not have a jack, and he doesn't. See, I don't understand why he didn't bet bigger on the turn. In all honesty, I'm gonna fold pocket 4s because I'm not playing pocket 4s for 800 or whatever he decides. I think my last video just got done. Yep, that's good. See, I don't want to play. He would have raised me, so I would have raised to 350, 375, and he would have raised it to like 700 something. I didn't want to play pocket 4s for 700. At first position anyway, pocket 4s I really don't like to play it, honestly. If it's a very conservative table, I'll go ahead and play it, but considering what we have here from this gentleman playing 44% and him playing 85% still. It's pretty easy just to go ahead and fold it. Especially when Milano here has played 68 hands now. 85% voluntarily put his money in, and 54% of them he raised pre-flop. That means he's raised more than 30. Yeah, he's raised like 35 hands out of the 69 we've seen him play. So Ducko min raises. I haven't seen him raise too much. We're in no limit. I'm going to go ahead and fold. I think it'll end up being a good fold, but we'll see. When we flop an ace, he bets small. Yeah, this is unfortunate. We've got him crushed unless they have king jack of clubs now. Milano was just about to say, if you fold to 100 chips there, you're absolutely insane. Yeah, we would have won that pot on the turn. And we're back in the limit, which is where we like to be versus Milano, who has lost a lot of chips already in the first 2 levels of this hour. Excuse me. If I was on a button, I'd definitely call that raise there. But I don't like that feeling of that guy behind us. He's played a good amount of hands too. He might be trying to slow down now since his chip stack's been cut in half almost. I think he's lost like 3 grand so far. So this 20 minutes we've been playing, 21 minutes. Three players playing still in this pot. It's pretty crazy. And he's still firing. So you would assume he at least has 7-6. That's what I would assume. At least has 7-6. If Os has something, no, well, I'm surprised he gave it up. Let's see. I'm curious how many people are left. There's 21. We've only lost 3 people so far. I am in 7th. We need to get to 12. 12K has a little under, or 1 blind under 6,000. So we are not in great shape, but we're not in bad shape. I fully expect him calling that flop that he check raises all in if he bets. Wow. Absolute air there. He must have some 2-3 or 6-7 kind of draw, or maybe a 4. I don't know. It's pretty nutty. If it goes fold, he raises, and he just calls, I would... Alright, we're letting it go easily now. I'm glad I didn't have to waste 300 chips there. Actually, I think I would have folded. Actually, in my mindset, I would have called. But if I would think about it, there's no reason for me to call when there's already going to be at least one caller there. And of course, he makes me fold the flop. But look at that runner. Mr. Sydney, Australia is out. And he had ace, queen of hearts there. No, he had 5-10 of spades. Wow. Let's go ahead and call this one. That's why I wanted to fold. But we'll go ahead and call now that we're getting crazy good odds here. not the flop we're looking for, so we're just going to click this. Mr. Bobo Loco on the other table has increased his chips, hasn't gone down any since we've been kind of keeping an eye on him a little bit. He's up to 14-6 plus his big blinds in right now. Seems like they have a pretty slow table. There's a lot of limping on that table. We, I think, have 1 every 10 hands limp. If we're lucky, that is. Look at that. Back-to-back hands, I think, with a flush. Mr. Sydney Australia's not very happy he lost, even though he went all in with 5-10 of spades. We have to raise our king 10 here. Clubs. Who beat him anyway? Oh, the guy with jack 6. I can understand why he's mad, I guess, but there's actually a good flop for us. We're going to just call here, though, because we're beat by a lot. And he bets again. We let it go. That's unfortunate. I probably should have check raised that flop. Yeah, I don't know why. I should have check raised that flop. Maybe he checks to me and I get to look at another free card. That was a mistake. Should put another 300 in to try to look at a straight card. Because even if the straight card comes, I'm only going to call on the river. If he leads into me on the river, I just call, because if he does have a jack, all the straight cards go with the jack. So, but I made a mistake there. I should be down 300 more chips, but might have been able to see 2 hands, or 2 cards there, instead of just the one. So that was a mistake on that hand. I definitely should have raised him on the flop, and if he re-raised me, then just called, and then turn comes, he bets, I chuck it. I'm gonna mute it for a second, my ear's itching the crap out of me. And that is another absolutely terrible play in this tournament we've seen so far. 3 betting there with pocket 4s when he was the one who originally made, I think he was the one who made the original 3 bets, so that was pretty ugly. And new player to table, we haven't played anything with. Our friend here is raising. I'm going to 3 bet this one. Hoping to just go heads up with him, honestly, but Pavo might come in. Well, Duck goes in, so now we're going to have 4-handed pot with ace-jack, which is not very good, and especially when that's the flop. He leads out. We're going to go ahead and do what we should have done the last time. We're going to raise here, actually. If we get re-raised, that's not good. And now we fold. We're starting to dwindle our chips away here. And we lose to Queen 5. I don't understand why someone would want to call Queen 5 offsuit for 600 out of position ever, but